Hey everyone, IntoWeapons back again with you. Got something to share with you today. I got an upgrade for my Ruger SP101 that I purchased. As many of you know, I recently purchased this revolver as more of an investment piece, but after shooting it, I've really decided that I like it quite a bit more than I initially thought I would like it. So I did go ahead and purchase a replacement grip for it made by Hogue. I'm hoping that that will be a little bit nicer on the hand and feel a little bit better and hopefully give me a little bit better groupings. But the original grip here is kind of a hard rubber. It's got a hard plastic side plate on it on both sides. Not a bad grip by any means, but could definitely be improved upon. So what I went and did is got, like I said, this Hogue grip, which is for specifically the Ruger SP101. It is made out of a nice softer rubber material, and it's got some finger grooves there as well as some stiffling along the grip there that'll make the grip a little bit easier to hold on to. So I'm thinking that'll be a good upgrade for it. I also did purchase some of these moon clips for it. Both of these items came off Midway USA. The grip ran about $15, and the moon clips here for a pack of 8 ran about I think $10 or so. The important thing about these moon clips is that this particular Ruger SP101 is chambered in 9mm, which is a little bit more of a rare variant. They really don't generally make a whole lot of 9mm revolvers. This particular one, with the SP101 model, they only made the 9mm for 1 year, I've been told, and it was in the late 90s. So a pretty rare variant for this particular model, but being that the 9mm cartridge is not a rimmed cartridge like a 357 or a 38 Special, where the rim of the cartridge would easily just sit in the cylinder itself. Since the 9mm doesn't have any cylinder or any rim on it, it would slide right through the cylinder. This particular Ruger has a notch cut around the inside of the cylinder where it will catch the casing of the round. So technically you wouldn't need to use the moon clips to hold the rounds in place in the cylinder, but it is kind of preferred generally due to just the head spacing between the round and the firing pin, as well as being able to use the extractor on it. Without using the moon clips, the extractor doesn't have anything to catch on to extract because there is no rim on the cartridge. Therefore, using these makes extracting the rounds much easier. So what I'm going to do here, guys, is the moon clips are pretty self-explanatory. I don't think I really need to show much on those, but I do want to show you how I'm going to install this whole grip. It is a little bit more difficult than some might really think, as far as just sliding off the current one and sliding on the new one. I actually did need to do a little bit of dremeling on the inside here, so a little specific piece here on the right-hand side of the gun, this here, wasn't sliding fully in. So I did do a little bit of dremeling on the right side of the grip on the inside to make that fit, but overall the installation process is pretty easy. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. Alright guys, so the installation is fairly easy. What you're going to need is a flathead screwdriver. You're going to need probably a punch set if you have one available. That makes it a little bit easier for the pin that's holding these grips in place. But other than that, that's pretty much all you should need, obviously excluding your new replacement grip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and remove on the right hand side this screw that's holding the grips in place. And make sure when you're pulling this out that you're keeping all this stuff together, because you will need the original hardware to put the original grips back on if you ever wanted to do that. I'm just going to use this screw to kind of pull out this cap, as you can see there. Inside on the right hand side of the gun, in the grips, there is a pin that's just laying there, and it's very loose, so make sure you don't lose that. But once you push that out, I'm not really sure exactly what they intended for this to be used for. Could be for pushing this pin out, which is holding the grip in. Who knows, but what I use it for is just pushing through on the other side so I can get the other cap off the left hand side of the gun, as you saw there. Otherwise, I just kind of put that pin aside. Like I said, keep everything together that you can. Holding these grips in place so they don't move around is this pin right here. This is what you'd actually need your drive set for, your drive pin punches, if you don't have it readily able to come out like mine is. It just easily pulled right through. So you might need a pin for that. If not, pull it right out. After that, then your grips should come right off, as you can see. Just like that. And now you're looking at the inside of the gun. This is the part of the gun that I was actually getting caught up on here. With the new grips, I had to file down the inside of the grips on the Hogue just so that this thing would rest in there, otherwise it was popping up into the right, so I wasn't allowing that to rest as it should. What I'm going to do is take the replacement grips here by Hogue, and inside here you come with the grip itself, a screw to hold everything in, instructions, as well as the bracket assembly, which is what's going to hold the grip in place, much like that other pin that we removed. The first step that we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to pull that little pin that's in the middle of it out. We're going to slide that through the hole where the original pin was, and then we're going to fit this bracket over the top of that. And you're going to have to bend it open so it does get around those two and snaps right into place. But in the end, that's what you should have, just kind of a bracket that hangs off the bottom of the pistol grip. At that point then, this is supposed to, this bracket is supposed to slide pretty easily down into the grooves that they have notched into the side of these walls here. And again, over on the right hand side, I've sanded that down quite a bit with my Dremel to get that piece to fit. But other than that, what I'm doing here is just kind of, as you can see, making sure that's in there the right way, and then sliding it down in there, and then kind of working its way up until it's nice and tight along the top lip here, as well as tight along the bottom of the trigger guard here. That's kind of how you're able to tell that you're 100% in. And as you'll notice here, this piece is now laying flush. It's not rubbing up against anything here inside the grip. Scuffed up the grip a little bit here. I might want to go back and touch that up a little bit. After that, what you're going to do is take that screw that they provided, and we're just going to go ahead and screw it all together, which will hold everything nice and tight within this pistol grip set. So we'll go ahead and screw this in. Overall, Hogue makes a really nice grip for pretty much any gun, so I'm pretty confident that I'll be happy with the performance of this particular grip. But there it is. It is nice and solid. It's on there tight. It isn't wiggling around at all. It's got a really nice feel to it. It's got those finger grooves. For a small, medium to small frame gun like this, those grips can definitely make a difference with the recoil. This particular one, as you can see here, doesn't have a big lip down here on the bottom finger groove. So for my average size hands, it feels pretty good. I have a buddy with some big hands, and I'm sure he wouldn't feel that this is very, very comfortable for him, but pretty much any revolver in this size is not going to be comfortable for him anyway. So, but for an average size hand, these grips will definitely help with the hold. I can feel the sponginess to the grip itself. I can squeeze real tight and feel it compressing. The stippling on there feels real good, and then the most important feature there, which is the finger grips, which definitely gives you a lot more surface contact with the grip itself. So actually pretty happy with this upgrade. I'm hoping that it'll improve my overall accuracy, but if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Otherwise, I appreciate you watching, guys. Thanks a lot.